Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. Today is Sunday, June 28th. Sorry for getting this video just a little bit late here. Um, my daughter had a softball tournament this weekend, and they made it pretty far in the brackets today. And I thought it was going to be an early comeback to the house, but we just got back about 10-15 minutes ago. So my apologies for getting this out a little bit after the Sunday Open here, but I wanted to update you guys with the weekly bands for the ES, the NQ, and in gold. Give you guys some tradable levels here on the NQ and the ES. Decent week of trading. Had a rough start Monday, Tuesday this week, and then pretty much Wednesday, Thursday, Friday were some really fantastic days of trading. Cash Profit Friday on this past Friday, I think I made, I don't know, over $2,000. Was able to pay out $135 in Cash Profit Friday to a lucky viewer on the stream. And as I always mention, I do live stream, so you can watch me trade all my setups, my AVT setups, my initial balance setup that I have for the first 60 minutes. I've been trading. I've been actually trading on the Deep Charts platform as well. I've been documenting that whole journey on my live stream. So if you want to see how that platform is performing, I am actually pretty damn happy with it. I do see the possibility of me switching over from NinjaTrader to Deep Charts. That is a very, very strong possibility. I'm just waiting for my live cash accounts to be transferred over. I needed a special CQG connection with my broker. So kind of waiting for that, but so far really, really liking the platform. So we'll see. It's going to be a big, that'll be a big decision for me. So that'll be coming up here probably in the next week or two. But you'll see me kind of go in between both platforms on the live stream. So you can kind of see, both platforms there side by side. And I also signed up for their Deep Dom, which is their heat map, kind of a book map type of program that I installed this weekend. And so far, again, still waiting for my level 2 data to be switched over from my broker. So right now it's a little limited, but so far what I see, I really, really enjoy. But with that all being said, let's see how the weekly bands performed from last Sunday and get you updated with our roadmap for the futures markets this coming week, right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. All right, so let's start off with the ES. Video came out right here from last Sunday, the 21st. You could see we had a small gap to the downside, and gave you guys a tradable level here at the 71.94 and gave you guys a weekly band here at the 73.85 to the 73.32. So if we kind of take a look here and see, well, we just tapped into this level right here. Believe this was on Monday. So Monday we tapped in. Not the biggest reaction, obviously, but let's just see where this bounced up to. Oh yeah, that's 19 points. That's a 19 point trade there off of that level at the 74.94. Again, I'm looking at it on the 15-minute candle, so sometimes the move doesn't look as dramatic, but and you can see here Wednesday we came right back into this level. As I state all the time, these are key levels of unbalanced volume. You can see right here how well we came when we came right back. Once you start seeing these rejections right here, it's a short time. This is a short all the way. And this was that's 100-point short right there. I mean, that's insane. All right. We came right back in again. This, I believe, was on Wednesday. Tap back right into it. Again, the rejection. Guys, don't snooze on these levels, man. I put a lot of time and effort into these videos every single Sunday. And I really hope that you guys are benefiting from it. We finally tapped into this weekly band. I believe this was Thursday of last week. Obviously rejected price action here. Sorry, that was a terrible arrow, but you guys get the point. Let's do a good one there. That's a little better. We did not tap into the 73.50 though. Okay, so we just bounced off the weekly band. Again, you guys know I state this all the time, how strong these weekly bands are. Even if you don't use my exact strategy, map these up on your charts and use them in conjunction with your own strategy. And you'll be able to get some confluences on your setups, maybe avoid some areas taking a short in a buyer controlled unbalanced volume area. It's never a good idea. So let's get our bands updated. I'm going to delete this level at the 74.94. I'm going to get rid of this band. I'm going to leave this key level here at the 73.50 as we did not tap into that. Let's do our additions here. We just really have one band that we need to get updated, 75.60 to the 75.23. Again, that's the 75.60 to the 75.23. All right, so sitting above where price action is currently at. We do have another band down here. This is all buyer controlled volume, weekly band at the 73.02 to the 72.60. Make sure you got those marked up on your charts. All right, now let's get into some key levels. We've got two here to map. Let's make this a solid green. Or you know what, I could just put in here 76.61. 76.61, and let's make sure that this is a solid green. Oh, I think I already had that guy up there. Shoot, I can delete one of these. Yeah, I already had him up there. Sorry about that. I knew that looked a little weird. All right, let's put in our new tradable level here at the 75.93. 75.93. All right, so sitting above where price action is currently at, right here. That's your new key level that you could obviously take a trade from. Again, the ES is going to have to get through this beast of a barrier right here. So we'll see how the ES performs this coming week. But this is your roadmap right now for the ES. Let's take a look at the NQ. Actually, you know what? I can update gold first. Gold is an easy one. We did. Let's see. This is a good one here. 21st. Okay. So again, my video came out somewhere here. Gave you guys a weekly band in gold at the 41.30 to the 40.91.7. As you can see, I think it was on Tuesday. Tuesday was the first tap of buyer controlled volume. Obviously, we got a nice rejection off of that band. As you'll see, obviously it took it some time to get through. We came back down and Sunday open right here, came right back into this band. So I am going to delete this band and I'm going to add a few, as we have already a few here. First one is going to be at the 42.16.6 to the 41.86.4. Again, that's the 42.16.6 to the 41.86.4. Beautiful. There's your new weekly band for gold, sitting right above price action. And let's get one more band that I've got for you guys, which is going to be from the 40.26.3 to the 39.94.9. Again, that's going to be the 40.26.3 to the 3994.9. There you go. So these are your new weekly bands in gold. Again, if you want to get my report every single Sunday, I send an email report. Now I'm including gold. So you get the ES, the NQ, and in gold. You get all of the tradable levels, all of the weekly bands. A nice little report there so that you can map out your week. All right, let's finish off here on the NQ. All right, NQ, where are we going to go? We're going to go to the 21st. Okay, right here. So we had our video come out here on Sunday the 21st. That was our gap to the downside. We did have a small reaction here off of the tradable level, but nothing really, nothing too crazy. That was probably only 10 or 12 points. So not the greatest reaction off the 34.22, but it was extremely close to that gap to the downside. So, but if we follow price action, we then tap absolutely perfect right to the wick. That was a 90-point move to the tick right there at the 39.27. Again, the weekly band here at the 39.74 to the 39.10 held absolutely perfect. You take one of these trades per week and you're probably making more points than you are off your strategy currently. I'm telling you, it's insane. All right, so we finally then come through. We come through the 34.22. Do we get a bounce here at the 34.41? Not sure. I don't really see much of a bounce there. That's the first time we tapped into that level. Not the greatest level there. We obviously do come back. We bounce off of this weekly band here at the 29.707 to the 29.640. And we do end up coming back and tapping right into this level for a trade back down to the downside. But on the additional trade to the downside, not the greatest level for sure. And then this band stated this on my live stream and on Discord a few times. This thing, they tried. They tried their absolute hardest. I mean, look at how hard it was for the market, the NQ, to get past this band. And I think on the 6th or 7th attempt, and you could see just by the wicks how the buyers were defending this area. They finally broke through. Had some crazy price action. Wednesday. Oh no, it was this day. I mean, this is kind of nutty, but anyways. All right, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. This is gone. Let's just make sure that this is gone. This is gone, and this is gone. All right, we are fresh now. Let's do a reset there. Let's expand this just a little bit so we can see price action a little more clear. All right, let's go with the NQ. We got a few of them to go through here. All right, let's start with our first one, which is going to be sitting at the 39.69 to the 39.05. And again, that's the 39.69 to the 39.05. Okay, and this one's going to be sitting above where price action is currently at. So that's your first band. Again, if you visit my website, it's robstrades.com. Type in your email and your name and your email, and you'll be added to my list. Again, those go out every single Sunday. There's over 2,500 people that get that report, and I think you get some good value out of that. All right, that's our first band up sitting above price action. Here's our next band, which is at 34.118 to the 32.98. Again, that's the 34.18 to the 32.98. Okay, that's our next weekly band sitting right there. Let's map out our next one. which is at 3194 to the 3128. And again, that's the 3194 to the 3128. There you go. There's your next band here on the NQ. And our final band, our fourth and final band. I already got that one in here. Sorry, that's sitting right here. 29047 to the 28959. So that would be the next one that you would want to look for on price action to the downside. This is the next one that you want to see for price action to the upside. And just two new tradable levels. These have been a little tough. Market's actually done a really good job of balancing out volume. If you take a look at the price chart over the last three trading days, you're going to see most of the volume areas have been tapped into just constantly. 3143. Again, that's going to be the 3143. Okay, as you guys know, one, you've got a strong weekly band, and second, you've got a tradable level sitting within a band. These are A+. All right, and our last tradable level is going to be at the 29,979. 29,979. There you go. So these are our two new tradable levels here on the NQ. Again, tradable levels, 15 to 30 point scalps, weekly bands. You should be going at least a 1 to 2, 1 to 2 risk to reward on these bands for sure. All right, that's all I got. It's been a long day. Got the stream starting tomorrow. Really looking forward to this final week here of trading in June. Would really like to see the profit target of 20K get hit. And I look forward to seeing you guys. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you guys tomorrow. Take care, everyone.